Let's get a quick take on Colorado's voter turnout, coming in as second highest in the nation at just under 62%. As votes continue to be tallied this week, the margin of victory for statewide Democrats widened, with Jared Polis winning by just over 10 points, and the closest race, the one for Attorney General, was separated by 6 points. Patty Calhoun from Westward, a 10-point win for a Democrat who, back in the primary, was considered the easiest Democrat to beat by Republicans. It's pretty significant. What do you think?
Well, the entire sweep of the Democrats was pretty significant. And what was interesting is a lot of people credit the mail-in ballots for Colorado with the high turnout, but we had a lot of last-second voting. The voting was even higher than 62% in Denver. And Colorado also has one of the highest registration rates in the country. So we can all pat ourselves on our back for doing this civic duty.
Indeed. David Kopel from the Independence Institute and DU Law School. Magellan Strategies poll pointed to unaffiliated voters going Democrat in a midterm election for, I'm not sure the first time, but usually they go to Republicans in a midterm. Is this simply the Trump effect in Colorado?
That's a huge part of it. He's very unpopular in this state compared to other states, and wasn't even originally very popular with the Republicans because Ted Cruz won all 35 delegates at the Republican state convention. Similar effects in New Mexico and to some degree in other Rocky Mountain states. What they found in Montana, where Trump campaigned a lot, he really did stimulate a lot of voting. Some of it was by Republicans, but he also, his presence encouraged a lot of Democrats to come out and vote too. So I hope the State Democratic Central Committee has the grace to send Donald Trump a very nice thank you card.
Indeed. Ed Seelever from the Denver Business Journal. Ed, did Colorado have like a blue riptide, all by itself here in Colorado, or is this a brand problem for the GOP?
I think it's a brand problem for the GOP, but I think it's specifically tied, as David said, to Donald Trump. I mean, this is, look, just 4 years ago, the GOP had a very good year in the midterms. Cory Gardner unseated a Democratic U.S. Senator. They took all of the statewide offices except for the governor's office. This year you see it turned around. I mean, there's an irony to this, too. We're so good at registering, getting people out to vote, that it cost the man who really led to that, Wayne Williams, his job. I don't think this is a permanent shift, but it is one where the GOP, in this state at least, is going to need to learn to go without Trump to see future success.
Krista Kafer, columnist for the Denver Post. It makes a lot of headlines for the election this year, but will Democratic overreach bring unaffiliates right back to Republicans in 2 years?
I think it's likely it's happened in the past. So if you look at 2004, 2006, 2008, it was successive blue waves that hit the shores of Colorado. But those tides were, those waves were turned back in 2010 because there was overreach, whether it is gun laws, whether it is higher fees or things like that. People want people to govern from the center, and so if Democrats can't do that, if they start to go all socialized medicine, I think you can expect some serious turnout on the right and some independents swinging that way next election.